Hi there, everybody. I'm Chris McLean. And in fact, is welcome to Total Drama World Tour Simulator. So, it came down, or should I say, it comes down to exactly, which I meant to say that, so it comes down to was DJ and Golf Boy. It turns out that he was voted off on Team Victory, that he got sent home, that Courtney and DJ are the only ones left for Team Victory to not lose, which that was pretty much a shame to see how Goth Boy took out the very most likely the hardest elimination for him to stay. But unfortunately, it was not enough for Team Victory to stay on the time. So, guess that really went on somewhere. So, again. And then, as in for the who won, that was Team Amazon that won last time. And as in for the other teams that lost and still was safe before Team Victory ended up with another loss to send Gothboy home today while the other teams were having a party. And will any other teams stay safe this time? Let's jump on to right now in the show for right about this second. So, like I said, looks like to pretty much describe the professionals and of course Team Victory had pretty much no other choice but still lost in the end. But as in for now, let's jump right onto the show and get right back into this. So, let's see who's gonna put the test since we've left Newfoundland, since we're about to head to another location place right about the next second or so to get started. But unfortunately, sad realistically, that Goth Boy will definitely be missed, or pretty much likely for some what others would say about Goth Boy. But for now, it is time to get on to the show right here on Total Drama World Tour Simulator. Let's begin. Anyway, meanwhile, back with Team Victory in the back of the plane with Team The Squad Left the Professionals. Since Courtney and DJ were both talking about how they end up in last place again, which completely sucks. So, as in for the point, it looks like Courtney and DJ were talking about Goth Boy, since Goth Boy was definitely pretty much eliminated, and of course DJ and Courtney were talking about how what happened with Duncan, but so far it turned out with some dumb rocks that was known to be some shadows of rocks. But anyway, as in for how that was turning out, that yep, Courtney and DJ were definitely talking about that as well, and pretty much as for Gwen, she was also thinking for the same reason and for the same cause. But this time she was just on a different team, which was just known to be of the squad of the professionals. So, as in for now, that anybody can pause any of it exactly while on the scroll, so pretty much. And as in for Tyler, that, well, looks like Tyler was thinking of an idea to see how that the squad of the professionals could definitely beat any other team, but so far, looks like Owen and Tyler were the only ones talking about the idea, while Izzy, on the other hand, was just sleeping and relaxing. And then as in for Heather, she was just thinking like the old same goes as she always does. Anyway, and pretty much Courtney didn't listen to what the Heather said, but pretty much. And meanwhile, back with the squad. Meanwhile, back with Team Chris is really, really, really hot, and also the No Fear Savages were in the Chris McLean movie theater set. And it looks like pretty much that Adam had a very great party, and so did Alejandro and Sadie. We're having a very much like a great party. And so far, they had a great, amazing party while that was actually over. And then, as in for Noah and Star and Gothlistic Girl, that were thinking about coming back for second place, but let's find out and really see how they will actually get to second place. But unfortunately, we're just gonna have to find out realistically, or find out what even happens. And meanwhile, back with the team of meanwhile with the Nancy Drew catchers and Team Amazon that both came in second and first place, which on pretty much unfortunately that Team Amazon still keeps on ranking the win since they remain to still be a three trio team, which that pretty much is something to say. But so far, looks like they were pretty much enjoying themselves while that was on most likely the case, but yep, that was pretty interesting for some of them to stay around. And speaking on the fact that, well, yep, looks like as in for that, that hopefully that most of the teams don't get eliminated at this point. And of course, Sierra was thinking of something to get for Cody, which I don't know what to say, but I guess we might just find out and see. And so far, Sally on the hand was answering Sierra's question about like getting what she would want to get for Cody, which we just don't know where that's gonna go, but find out to see. And then, as in for Trent and Josh, they were pretty much talking to have a conversation while pretty much most likely that's on the top up there exactly or whatsoever, but you guys get the point. But, anyways, looks like as in for what happened meanwhile later, oh, the plane just got hit by thunder with the wind of the plane wing. Hey everybody, just want to let you know, just want to say that the plane just got hit over and also, ah! And everybody starts screaming after when the plane just went on the ground and landed. Ouch. And it looks like once again Owen just fell on the ground and Izzy just got him in the dang balls. Ouch, poor dude. And then, of course, the plane broke Izzy and Owen's fall and was knocked out on their head. What the? Chris, Owen, and Izzy might need some help here. All right, Chef. I'll have some medics on the way to help them. As soon as I'll call them on the phone. And somehow it's my fault for the plane not to not to do something to get hit from the fall down. Yeah, maybe next time. Get some engineers to check on the plane wings and to not see it to be costing. And in fact, you blew our money for the third season to go on for your Chris work, huh? Yeah. Tell you what, Chef, is that I'll at least talk with some medics to know if there are any ways to have the engineers to help us with the plane wings. Okay? Whatever, and hope it helps anyway. So, anyway, everybody, I'm just going to kind of explain to know what we're going to do here for the rest of the time while we are pretty much in some kind of island that we were supposed to go to, but unfortunately, we're just in a different island. So, guys and gals, Owen and Izzy are going to be okay, and also will be fine, since the plane got busted from the hit of the fall and is out of gas. And in fact, help will be on the way to get out of here on some island that we are standing on right now. It really, really much broke, which means we're still broke. And the show must still continue right on of TDWTS, aka Total Drama World Tour Simulator, and clearly we were supposed to land to Ultras Reachos, and again, maybe next time, even land there, if I don't forget it. And for what we really did landed is called Jamaica Man, folks, and we will have to do the challenges here so we don't get in big trouble and fast. But whoever owns it of this dump, it might ask me or Chef by getting us or asking us about the location fee. That's what we will do for now. So, anyways, let's get to the first challenge and get in your swimming suits and meet me at the waterfall. Let's go. Meanwhile, with the infirmary with Owen and Izzy, and after all that was happening, guess they were pretty much having some conversation afterwards. And meanwhile, back at the waterfall, so it's time to do the challenge. So, So, I would like to say is welcome to the first challenge that is the treasure hunt of death. And whoever gets the gold chains in the water will win invincibility and also will win the advantage on the next challenge. And then we'll get to the last challenge and we'll stay lucky for first place and first place only, which I meant to say only first place, not second place. My bad. And as in for the last place team, will send their own teammate home for good. And by the way, inside the water that will have is electric eels and sharks. Be aware of that. While being in the water, as for this one, that you will tag a player to get the chains. That is like pirate treasure, and if anybody does not get them or does not find it, then you'll have to run all the way back from where you started up the waterfall and tag him/her to be next and in the waterfall. And Chef wears those gold chains for karaoke nights if he ever wants to. And as in for now, it is only the first place team that brings me Chef's gold chain and golden treasure wins. Anyways, let's go. Go. Now that says on the order of the screen said was the order has been selected. For the turns is Sally to be tagging Harold and Sierra, and then will be Josh, and to be tagging is Katie and Justin and then Trent. And then, of course, Gofflista Girl will be tagging a Star and Noah. And then, of course, Adam will be tagging Sadie and Alejandro. And then Tyler will be tagging Heather and, of course, Gwen. And then for last, Courtney gets to only be tagging for DJ. Meanwhile, after the first challenge was over and done, the winner goes to is the No Fear Savages, is Alejandro and Adam and Sadie that ends up for first place and wins the advantage. And as in for Team Victory, came in second place, that is Courtney and DJ. And then, of course, for third place is Team the Nancy Drew Catchers is Katie, Justin, and Trent and Josh. Ended up for third place. Fourth place is Team Amazon. Is Harold and Sally and Sierra have ended up for fourth place. And then for fifth, we have is Star and Noah and Gofflistic Girl for Team Chris is really, 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 really damn hot for for fifth place. Last place goes to is the Squad of the Professionals and didn't do so well. So, yeah, the three of those teammates, or now be two of them, will have to be doing on their absence for Owen and Izzy, or even in fact, that will probably be for Gwen. But unfortunately for Gwen, she just got hit by an electric eel and got electrocuted, or pretty much likely to be sent into the infirmary. But for now, remains two people on for the Squad of the Professionals today.